over, and thank you for your association.
So, Prabhuji, we can't hear you. I think.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Anil Govinda Prabhu, we cannot
Krishna
hear.
Krishna, Hare Hare.
You are on mute.
Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare.
Shamarasika Mataji.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
I
Hare
think you'll have to call Prabhuji. You have to contact Prabhuji, otherwise, sorry Mataji for stopping your chanting. But it's already, he was supposed to join at 7:30 and it's 7:36. And I think Prabhuji, I hope he's not giving the class and we're not able to hear. So,
Yeah, I messaged him.
Hannah, one time, one speaker was like speaking and couldn't hear, but some technology problem. And then, he might be giving class and we can't hear or see.
Yeah, just a minute. I will just call and call him. Yeah, Prabhuji joining, reconnecting again, Mataji. He was not aware of this.
Thank you. I just felt that, he's not aware. Mataji.
Okay, yeah, we'll wait for him. Yeah, he's here again. No, still we can't hear him. Yeah.
So Mataji, Prabhuji is texting. Can you hear? So you can reply. We can.
Yeah.
We cannot hear.
Yeah, I see.
Hare Krishna, can you hear now?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, we can hear. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So I'll use this. Okay, so I'll read this line again as you did not hear. This is due to the Pandavas and their confidence in Lord Krishna. One who takes shelter of the Supreme Lord has nothing to fear in the midst of the greatest calamity. Dear devotees, actually, the process of Krishna consciousness is actually to give us happiness, bring us happiness. So if you actually see, right since the beginning of the Gita, they were discussing about how Duryodhana, Dhritarashtra, their plans, and what they want to get through this battle. We're discussing those things. And then now the side of Pandavas, they're actually blowing the conch shell. And then through that process, Duryodhana and his party, they're fearful. Now, an important question will come. Why Duryodhana and party are fearful? Now, let us analyze that. Dear devotees, if you actually closely see, Duryodhana has money, Duryodhana has power, he has everything. If you closely observe, whatever whatever a person is aspiring in the material world, he has everything. But along with that, he also has fear. Now, a question will come: Will this power, uh, kingdom, money, so many other things? Why these things are not helping Duryodhana to come out of fearful state? That is a question which we need to ask. The question is, why Duryodhana, even though he has everything, we need to ask this question to ourselves also. Why, even though I have everything, I have good job, I have good family, I have decent money, I can live by my own self, but still there is at the corner somewhere there is a state of fear. It's like Duryodhana, he has everything. Everything, you name it, he has everything. But still they are fearful. Why? On the other side, if you see Pandavas, they don't have anything. They do not have property. They do not have. They do not have place to live. They are there, but they are not there. They do not have place to live. Then how come they are happy? If we actually see, this is due to Pandavas and their confidence in Lord Krishna. Prabhupada is very clearly mentioning here that they have confidence in Lord Krishna. How is that Pandavas having confidence in Krishna? And then how that confidence is is keeping them away from fearfulness. That means there is something, there is some deeper perception, there is something which Pandavas are carrying, which Kauravas are not carrying. Now, what is that something? If we understand that, dear devotees, if we analyze that, then we should be for sure, we should be sure that we will also be out of those fearful condition or fearful state of consciousness. Because if we actually see here, Krishna is very clear. His dealings are very clear. He goes to Duryodhana and then he tells, give at least 5 villages. Pandavas don't want equal distribution. At least give just 5 villages is like 2% of his property, or even less than that. Let's say 2%. So Krishna is just asking, just give 2% from what you have. He's not asking you give 50%. It's like our acharyas give that rule, right? One should aspire for 50%. One should aspire to use 50% of one's wealth in the service of the Lord, in the service of the spiritual master. Krishna is not telling 50%. Krishna is just telling 2%. The 5 villages are just 2%. But Duryodhana is not in a position to do that. Likewise, if one sees one's own self, if one reflects to one's own self with what Duryodhana is doing here, now a natural question will come: what am I doing for the service of the Lord? Am I just speaking, or am I doing something else? Am I doing any tangible service for the pleasure of the Lord? Because if we actually see, dear devotees, time, who has time in this world? Everyone, they all say that I do not have time in this world. Krishna. Everyone says, I do not have time in this world. So time comes for what? We spend our time wherever we have interest, wherever we have eagerness, wherever we want to do that. We spend time there. Everyone has 24 hours. Through the 24 hours, they engage in different ways, shape, and form. So they have time allocation for that. If I am telling that I do not have time for this, that means that is not our priority. For example, if we do not have time to read the scriptures, or if we do not have time to understand the science of Krishna consciousness, that means it is very clear that that is not our priority. Or something else is the priority. Now I can tell, okay, this is not my priority, but I have other priorities. Or do I have to give up all my prescribed duties? Arjuna was also asking similar question to Krishna. In chapter 1, the question is not yet come, it will come later in this chapter. Arjuna is asking, I want to give up my prescribed duties. What is his prescribed duty? To fight. This is a Kshatriya. He says that I want to give up my prescribed duties because I don't want to kill all these innocent people. Now what Arjuna is doing is actually seeing the situation and then perceiving the situation through his intelligence. That means if you actually seeing the situation, perceiving the situation, and then following his intelligence and expressing it, if you see in all of this, there is no Krishna. Very important. Through that perception, through that seeing, through that vision, there is no Krishna in it. Dear devotees, the moment we think about anything in this world and then act according to it, if there is no presence of the Lord, if there is no presence of the teachings of the spiritual master, then we should understand we are in illusion. For sure. No matter that is, it can be the biggest thing. That doesn't matter. If it is big or small, that doesn't matter. But we are kept in illusion, for sure. Because if you actually see, we are just a lump of matter. Who are we? We are just a lump of matter. This lump of matter is also given by the Lord. We cannot just ignore this. Oh, who willing? Nobody will ignore. Everyone will cuddle this lump of matter. There is no conception of ignoring it. So, this is given by the Lord. But if you actually see, the consciousness is also given by the Lord. Intelligence is given by the Lord. Mind is given by the Lord. The senses are given by the Lord. Everything is given by the Lord. But we don't use it in the service of the Lord. Just like Arjuna is thinking, his perceptions are coming that I will give up my prescribed duties, but because I cannot kill my family members. It's a very logical statement. What Arjuna is presenting. It will come in a couple of shlokas. But if we actually see, there is no presence of the Lord in that. That's why it comes through, it comes to the state of external energy. It is not in the internal energy. What is that external energy? Illusion, Maya, Mahamaya. There is Yoga Maya, there is Mahamaya. When there is Krishna, when there is spiritual master and his instructions in our thought process, in our activities, in our actions, then we are kept in the internal energy, which is Yoga Maya. But when the same thing, it was being asked by Krishna personally, give only 2%. Krishna is not asking give half and half. Just 2%. 5 villages is how much? 2%. Just give 2% of your property. Duryodhana says that I will not give 2%. Forget about 2%. I will not even give 0.00001% also. Now, who is he? Duryodhana, he is also another part and parcel of the Lord. Now, what is he doing? He is revolting against the Lord. Just like a firefly is thinking that he's far, far superior than the fire. The moment firefly thinks that and then goes inside the fire, what happens to the firefly? It will die. Now, that kind of situation Duryodhana is in. But Duryodhana, what is he telling? He doesn't want to do. Now, what is he representing? The conditioned state of this, the conditioned souls of this world. The nature, he's representing the nature. Dear devotees, every pastime is a representation of the nature of our existence. It is actually the representation of the nature. Nothing else. So everyone will teach something or the other. Arjuna is teaching a greatest lesson. Now, how to become a pure devotee. Duryodhana is teaching a great lesson. How not to do. If you actually see Dhritarashtra, he knows everything. He knows, doesn't he know that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead? He knows. Duryodhana knows, Dhritarashtra knows that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. They know. But they don't want to act on it. It's important, dear devotees. Knowing is one thing, acting is another thing. Whoever just know and do not act, then we are affected to this, to the fear which Srila Prabhupada is mentioning in this particular shloka. What is Srila Prabhupada is mentioning? One who takes the shelter of Supreme Lord has nothing to fear. But if you are not taking shelter of the Lord, there is everything to fear. A lot of devotees would ask this, we are chanting since 10 years. But still, somehow we feel that we are, the fear, anxiety is affecting our consciousness. Why is it like that? Why fear and anxiety is affecting, even though I practiced for 10 years? Because we never took shelter of the Lord. Prabhupada is very clear. One who takes the shelter of the Supreme Lord, fear is never affected him. Fear will never affect him. But rather on the other side, we are thinking that we are taking shelter of the Lord, but we are not taking real shelter of the Lord. We know that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, but we are not acting according to that. What is taking real shelter of the Lord? Is to come to the platform of surrender. Oh no, surrender is a big thing. Okay, that's too far. No, everyone, the mind will tell, surrender is a big thing. I cannot surrender. I cannot do this. I cannot do that. Because it's a big surrender. Oh, sarva dharman parityajit mamikam sharanam raja. Manasa deha gaya jo kichumar arpilo topada nanda kishore. Everything, mind, intelligence, the body, everything has to be used in the service of the Lord. That means whatever I have has to be used in the service of the Lord. Oh, that is a big thing. How is that possible? Just like Arjuna is quoting to Krishna, how can I kill these personalities? Likewise, our mind will also quote that how can I do this? Is it not? That's not practical. Then what is practical? What is practical? I'll tell what is practical. What is practical? You do everything in between. You add Krishna. That means you do whatever you want in this world, not abiding to the instructions of the spiritual master. You do whatever you want and then just add Krishna at the end. Then this fear factor will never go from our life. Okay, you are reciprocating in that way. Yatamam prapadyante. Krishna will also reciprocate in that way. If I am not aspiring to do completely, wholeheartedly, for example, there is a child. Example, you have a child. And then you tell your child that I love you. I love you so much. You are my dear son. Without you, there's no existence to me. Oh, I love you so much. It's only after you coming into my life, I became happy. You can tell all these things. But the child asks, Mama, can you give me some milk? Go get the milk. I will not prepare milk for you. Or the child is asking, can you make some preparations? No, do by yourself. Do we tell like that? No, we don't tell that. We react to that. So likewise, we tell Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, but we don't reciprocate to him. Now I can say that I'm reciprocating. Then if you're really reciprocating, then the fear will not be there in our heart. What is the check? What is the check and balance that we are really reciprocating to the Lord? If you are reciprocating to the Lord, dear devotees, the fear will not come into your life. For sure, I'll write it down. That is a litmus test. The moment we are understanding, the moment we get this understanding that, oh, this fear is troubling me, then we need to understand that kuch problem hai. Kuch to problem hai. Some problem is there. Now we need to know, we need to try to address where that problem is. Because that problem will come through our attachment. Attachment where, dear devotees? Oh, let me buy a new Tesla car. Oh, let me buy this. Let me go there. Oh, there's a long weekend coming. Let me go here. Let me go there. What are these? These are the attachments. So Krishna knows. He's not yet there. Then Krishna, when the moment Krishna knows that he's not yet there, so obviously then there is no reciprocation. Krishna will stay where he is. He'll stay dormant in our heart. He will wait for that moment. Whenever we reciprocate, he is ready to reciprocate. If you want to reciprocate now, Krishna is ready to reciprocate now. If we realize the truth today, then what do we do? What does it mean, realization? I'll give another example. For example, there's a person who's sitting in front of his home. Srila Prabhupada gives this example. And then his house is on fire. The person doesn't know that his house is on fire. But somewhere on the top floor, there is some fire. And then the other person noticed that there is a fire in this person's home. Then what he does? He immediately jumps in And then he tells that person, oh, kuch problem hai. You see, there is fire at your home. But this person is not able to understand this person's language. Just like I was there, I was thinking everybody were listening. But later on, Mataji called me, and then other devotee, they also messaged that they couldn't hear anything. So you expressed. So likewise, this person was also trying to express this person, but this person doesn't understand that. This person doesn't understand that expression, and then he's thinking that he's good because they don't know each other's language. No, he's trying to. He knows that अरे कुछ problem है. You see, there is a problem. That he says, oh, okay, let us take a cup of tea. Let us discuss what's happening in the newspaper. That's what he's telling. Because he didn't realize that there is a problem at his home. So he's happy doing his own thing. So why am I telling this is there's a problem actually in this world, dear devotees. Ahara nidra bhayam vedunancha, there's a problem in this world. Janma mrityu jara vyadhi, there's a problem in this world. Birth, death, old age, disease, there's a problem in this world. And these are the greatest problems, and we can't just ignore those problems. We can't just say that, oh, this problem is a problem, and I cannot kind of conclude or come out of this situation. There's a problem actually, but we are not realizing that problem. Just like a person is not realizing that there's a fire in his home, he's thinking that let me take a sip of tea. He's kind of relaxed, simply happy with whatever he has. Relax, go to person. But the moment he realizes there is fire, what he does, he reacts. Then he will use that person also who came to him. Let us both go to the top floor and then try to put that fire down. Or call the fire department. What is he doing? He's reacting now. So when we get a realization, when we get conviction, deeper conviction in Krishna consciousness, then what do? We respond and we react according to that. Then we will know, oh, yes, I'm really working on this platform. Otherwise, we will not know. Because, for example, the person who came, who is actually explaining that situation, that person knows that this person did not understand that there is fire. So likewise, our spiritual master, they know that we are not understanding this. Because how do they know that we are understanding or we are not understanding this truth? The way how we react, the way how we respond, the way how we take the truth in our life. If you are not taking the truth in our life, then it is clear that this person did not understand. Or even if he understood, he has some attachments, he doesn't want to leave those attachments. He's thinking that abhi time hai. Abhi time thoda picture thoda baki hai. Let us wait for some more time. Let us surrender at the time of death. Or let us try to remember the Lord at the time of death. Or let us chant at the fag end of my life. Or let us try to imitate what Ajamil did. What Ajamil did at the end of his life, he chanted Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Then he went back to God. I will also try to do that. Or I might have some other things. Something is pulling. We should see what that is pulling. Because we should know who we are. We should understand where the problem is. Duryodhana doesn't want to introspect. Because the arrogance or the false ego is dominating. Dear devotees, when false ego dominates, we will never understand that we are in dualities. For sure. When that false ego dominates, we will never understand that these dualities are affecting me. Sama sukha dukkha hidhiram. We'll never understand that. We will never realize that there is fear factor which is troubling me. When that fear comes, everyone is fearful of this world. I know. Every person in this world, they don't express outside, but they have fear. The people who say that I do not have fear, he's a fool actually. He's fearful of something or the other in this world. Fear of attachment, fear of losing something. The moment we don't realize, the moment we think that we are not fearful for a certain condition, that's in an illusionary state. That is in a state of illusion actually. Through that illusion only, Hiranyakashipu is thinking that I can kill Vishnu. Through that illusion only, every person is thinking that I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Because Hiranyakashipu was convinced that he will kill Vishnu. Thinking that I have everything. I have this, I have that. I captured all these three worlds. And then now I'm in a position to kill that person. He's convinced. Is it not? He's convinced in that. So likewise, the conditioned soul in this world, he is also convinced that I can enjoy in this world. He's convinced. For that he will work so hard. He'll try to get money, he'll try to use that money, he'll try to put that money in another investment bank, another investment base, this place, that place, in the stock market, in this market, that market. Oh, he's battling his life for that money. When that state of consciousness is there, he will always be in a fearful condition. Oh, what's going to happen to this company? If the stock falls down, then what's going to happen to my property? Wow. It's a miserable condition actually. Is that not fear? That's why they check the news every day. Oh, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? I invested stocks in this particular company. Oh, what's going to happen to this company? Oh, they are investing in artificial intelligence. What's going to happen? Is that not fear? I always wonder, even though if you earn $1 million through that, what is that actually? What is that? That is the reason why it is not pulling the sadhaka from that fearful state. It is always keeping in fearful state. That's why, because he's never taking shelter of the Lord. Because he is trying to think that he can, he's thinking that everything is in my control. Just like little Hiranyakashipu. I'll tell an example which my friend shared me yesterday. It's very interesting. What was he telling is, I don't know. I think it is true. I asked him, is this true? Yes, he said, people are doing this. And then, what is the situation? I think sometime this year or last year, I don't know when, Trump told that he will remove citizenships for the newborn child in America. Whoever is born in America, I think I don't know what. He said some citizenship is removed. I think for immigrants who come from other countries. Then I think they are from Indian origin, from India origin. Then these people, they started going to the hospital and then telling, can you do a surgery? Because Trump has a deadline. If it is before that date, then they'll be citizen. If it is after that date, then there is no citizenship. Can you do a surgery for us so that he's born before that date? I was just thinking, is it like is it like a ticket to Goloka? Citizenship of America, is it ticket to Goloka? What is that? If you become a citizen of US, so what? Now you're all citizens. All of you are citizens. So what? You're all citizens of America. So what is that? What is that helping you in any way? Is it helping? Is it helping from Janma Mrityu Jara? No. Then why people rush? It's a mad rush actually. Due to lack of Krishna consciousness, what is happening? This entire world is going to dogs actually. The consciousness is completely polluting actually. I was feeling so sad actually to that situation. I don't know what are they thinking actually? You're risking your life for that? Risking your life for some pennies, for some benefit you get? If your son is a citizen, you get some benefit. For that, you're risking your life. Just like Duryodhana, he doesn't want to give 5 villages because he wants to enjoy everything for himself. Is this not Duryodhana consciousness? You want to enjoy everything for our own self, for our own benefit. Is that not? Is that not an illusion? Complete illusion. Complete illusion. That is why the fear will never leave us. Vita raga bhaya krodha. Krishna is telling this is a calamity. Vita means what? Attachment. Raga bhaya krodha. Vita means being freed from what? Raga means what? Attachment. Bhaya is fear. Through attachment only one will get fear. And then krodha. Through attachment only one will get krodha. One will either get krodha or fear. Fear of what? Fear of losing that attachment. Krodha for what? Fear of krodha. For krodha to gain that attachment. Is it not so? Is it not true? It is true. Krishna, whatever Krishna does is absolutely true. And Krishna says there is a solution for that. Manamana mamupasitaha. Meditate upon me. Know about me. Understand about me. Dear devotees, what is the greatest shelter in this world? Smarana. What is that? Smarana. Who's Smarana? Krishna Smarana. Acharya Smarana. Guru Smarana. This is the greatest shelter in one's life. Because this smarana only will give satisfaction to the heart. If one wants to be free from sense gratification of this world, one should come to this platform of smarana. Before smarana, what comes? Varana. What is varana? Acceptance. Accepting the absolute truth. Just like Pandavas accepted Krishna. We should also accept Krishna. How? This is due to the Pandavas and their confidence in Lord Krishna. We should have confidence in Krishna. That means any problems, difficulties are coming in our life, we should understand that is coming through my karmic reactions. And put complete confidence on the Lord and His teachings and His instructions. When one does that, then he will be free. Then he want to surrender to the lotus feet of the Lord. Then what happens? Then one will take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The moment he takes the shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then these anarthas are gone. What is that anartha? Fear. Fear will not touch you, dear devotees. I personally see my consciousness that whenever there is fear, I'll try to see why this fear is coming. Very practical way. This fear is coming through this thing because we know why fear is coming. This fear is coming through this thing. That means we need to understand that there is attachment to that. That's why the fear is coming. Then what do? We change that attachment from there to the Lord. We change that attachment. That means we are not connected to, we are there with it, but we are not connected to it. We are not attached to it. Staying with it, attachment to it is different thing. For example, a king is there and there is a fly sitting on him. Actually, fly doesn't know that he's king. Even though fly is there on the king, but the fly is not attached to the king. Just like queen sitting next to king, even though queen is not sitting on the king, but the queen is attached to the king. It's very important. So the fly who is there on the king, the fly doesn't know, but the fly is there with him, but he's not attached to it. The fly would stay for a moment and then he will go. So likewise, dear devotees, even though we are there in this material world, we should not be attached to this world. The attachment to this world will only diminish when we have another attachment. Otherwise, this attachment to this world will never diminish. What is the other attachment? Attaching to the Lord, attaching to the spiritual master, attaching to our acharyas. That is a real attachment. Because through that attachment only, we will come out of this attachment. When this attachment is gone, then only we will be free from fearful. Then only we'll be free from fear. For that, Krishna is telling manmana mam upasita. It's all in the consciousness. The fear comes during the chanting. Our attachment comes during the chanting. If you closely observe. Because anartha means what? Unwanted things. They come during wanted things. Even though we don't want, but that is our wanting thing. What? To chant Hare Krishna. Even though we don't have that deep desire to chant Shuddha. But when we begin chanting that Hare Krishna mantra, these things will come. Dear devotees, there are two ways to take a truth. Personal way, impersonal way. What is impersonal way? Impersonal way means not giving importance to the person, either who is speaking or to the acharyas, not giving importance to them, but taking only the wisdom. That is impersonal way. That means we are there to accept certain things. We want to analyze certain things, but we don't want to give priority to the person. We don't want to give priority to our acharya. Because just see, dear devotees, this one line is giving us greatest shelter actually. I'll read that line again. It's in the last, it's only 6 lines, just purport. Prabhupada gave just 6 lines of purport. But there is so much meaning to this actually. Because with so much love and affection, he wanted to give us. I'll read that again. This is due to the Pandavas and their confidence in Lord Krishna. Just imagine, dear devotees, Pandavas do not have anything. But they know Krishna will protect me. Even though they know that they're completely cheated. Kauravas completely cheated on them. Still, they have confidence in Krishna. Isn't that great, dear devotees? Isn't that the greatest benediction? Because how come that confidence levels are so high? Because they have complete conviction that he is my master, he is my maintainer, he is my protector. Ah, what an analysis they have. Anything, Kutimaran says, you give me calamities. Still, Krishna, please give me calamities. Just see their attitude, their confidence. That is why Krishna is always there with them. Krishna would never leave his pure devotees. He would never leave for a moment. Because he loves his devotees. Devotees are his life and soul. Because for that devotee, what fear can touch him? Srila Prabhupada was being kept in so many difficult situations. And Srila Prabhupada used every situation as a stepping stone to make advancement in Krishna consciousness. He used every situation as if Krishna is personally coming and doing that. Just like a father who helps the child to learn certain things. For example, if a child wants to learn to ride a bicycle, so the father would go and help the child. The child would fall while learning the cycle, while learning the bicycle. But he will not give it up. He will again get up. He will again sit on the seat. He will again move forward. He's not giving it up. So like Srila Prabhupada knows, this is all coming. This is all coming as a mercy of the Lord. And he simply accepted it and moved forward. That's his realization. He's writing his realization. He's writing his heart. He says the one who takes shelter of Lord Krishna has nothing to fear in this world. Is that not something wonderful, dear devotees, which we want to aspire? I want to aspire for that, for sure. It's important because the more we hear, the more we try to understand, the more we follow the scriptures, follow the teachings of the acharyas, dear devotees, the more you aspire to become Krishna conscious. It comes naturally. We feel sheltered and protected. So many times in my life, wherever there is problem or an issue, I will immediately see a solution through the science of Krishna consciousness. Either my spiritual master will speak or Srila Prabhupada will speak. Some way, shape, or form, I'll get the answer for that. The moment those things are even today, it's the greatest shelter. This purport is the greatest thing actually. What it gives us, dear devotees, that conviction in the process. That yes, this is absolute truth. Krishna is there, Krishna is present, Krishna is hearing. Krishna is hearing our prayers. Krishna is reciprocating to our prayers. Yeah, tamam prapadyante tam sadeva vajamya. Just like Vasudev, the moment Krishna is born as the eighth child, Krishna would tell him, please take me to Gokul, where you have Mother Yashoda there. She has a girl who is born. Get that girl here and then put me there. That's it. And then they had interactions. And then after that, Vasudeva is not asking Krishna, how do I go? Because it is raining outside. And then Yamuna is like overflowing. And then there are guards. We've been we've been confined in this jail. How can I go out? He's not asking any of these questions. He has complete confidence and faith in the Lord. Complete conviction. He's not fearful of this. He's not thinking, oh, what's going to happen to me? Will I die on the way? Because how will I carry you? You're very small. There's raining outside. I don't know how to go to Gokul from here. I don't know the direction. Who will guide me? He has nothing actually in his heart. It's completely depending on the mercy of the Lord. My dear Lord, you have given me this situation. I'll simply accept it. And then I'll just move forward. And then you guide me. Because I'm depending on you. You tell me. It's not impractical, dear devotees. It is very practical science. Krishna consciousness is not impractical. It's a practical thing. All we need to do is how we want to put ourselves in that state of consciousness. And then immediately through that state of consciousness, when Vasudeva is walking, everything is cleared up. The soldiers fell off, the doors got opened, all by itself. Mother Yamuna gave him a way, path to walk. Anantashis came to protect. Everything got manifested. He was not asking how this thing will happen, how this thing will happen. Just like Srila Prabhupada, when a person was meeting Srila Prabhupada, he said, there will be temples, there will be so many temples here, there will be a lot of devotees. And that person asked, how many temples you have? Now we do not have, but you'll see, they will manifest. Just see that conviction in the process. So convinced that my dear Lord, He will protect me. He will give me shelter and protection. That is the aspiration. Dear devotees, when we have this consciousness, why fear will touch you? Why fear will touch us? It will never touch us. Fear is touching Duryodhana because Duryodhana doesn't have a shelter. And if we have a shelter, fear will not touch us also. It's Prabhupada's bold statement, Prabhupada's statement actually, his heart actually. Arey, all this purpose is what? It's the heart of our Acharya. Srila Prabhupada's heart actually. This book is what? His heart. His consciousness, his love towards his Acharya, towards his spiritual master, his love towards Krishna, his devotion to them. That is the expression. Everything is that expression which is there, which he's showing us. He's telling, come to me. Let me hear from me. Now, what are these words coming out? These are the words of the spiritual master. These are the words of the spiritual master. These are the words of Srila Prabhupada. These are not my words. No, I cannot proclaim that these are my words. No, these are their words. These are their realizations. Just by staying in their realizations, we will also get that realization. And the moment we get that realization, our conviction in the process increases more. And we take that shelter more and more. And we surrender and we serve. It naturally comes. Hare Krishna. I'd like to stop here. 7:25 or 8:25 at your place. Anyone has any questions? Would like to add anything? Hare Krishna.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Very nice class, Prabhuji, especially about very important topic we all go through. That is fear in Grahastha life. We have to fear for so many things, and the only way is to surrender to the Lord. And Prabhuji, my question is, ahara, nidra, bhaya, maitunam. So bhaya sometimes is represented as defending or protecting. They translated as that like eating, 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 mating, sleeping, and defending. So it sounds like fear also means defending and protecting, like our family, etc. Then due to duty, don't we have to still do that?
Very good point. Actually, if we know why we are doing our prescribed duties, we don't do it with fear. We do it with conviction. Just like Arjuna, he was also there. He was also trying to see that their family members, how can I kill? He gave so many reasons and logics. But the moment Krishna began speaking Gita, and he started telling Matra Sparsha Sukhaunteya Shita Ushna Sukha Dukkada. These are all dualities, don't fall in dualities, accept them, simply tolerate, and then do it for my pleasure. Then after that, before he was not doing prescribed duties, Arjuna was also Grihastha. He was not doing, he was going away from the prescribed duties. He was thinking that going away will give him satisfaction. And Srila Prabhupada says that is also one way of sense gratification. Because we want to avoid that taking care of the family or avoid doing certain chores, thinking that those are all material, right? Or taking care of our children, right? So likewise, just like Arjuna is going away from the prescribed duties, we might also go away from the prescribed duties that this is not giving me benefit or tangibility or sustain it in Krishna consciousness. So let me try to avoid this. But if you actually see, this is also a conception of sense gratification because we are not doing our duties. So taking care of kids, giving them good thing is not outside our prescribed duties. It is part of our prescribed duties. Because when it will become part of our prescribed duties, when we know why we are doing this. We should know that we are doing this for the pleasure of the Lord. We should know that we are doing this for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada and our spiritual master. The moment we understand that, we actually embrace that situation and then we actually even work more. Then Arjuna, after understanding that absolute truth, he fought. He did not go away from that, from the battle. So likewise, we shouldn't go away from our prescribed duties. We should do our prescribed duties, but we need to know why we are doing the prescribed duties. It should be done for the pleasure of the Lord, for sure. Karma Yoga is that. Because it is only through Karma Yoga one will come to the platform of Bhakti Yoga. Without Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga platform will not be established. Because through that Karma Yoga only, we will get the realizations and convictions. And then we want to aspire for pure devotion. Because if you are not doing Karma Yoga correctly, if you are not doing our prescribed duties correctly, Karma Yoga we are doing karma now. We are not doing Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga means connecting our duties to Krishna. That means work for Krishna. Do that for Krishna. How do I work for Krishna? Give some percentage of your salary for the service of Krishna. That is how it begins. Because now we are reciprocating. So when we do this, then what happens? Then the Karma Yoga is established. That is what? Working for Krishna is what? Giving our results to Him. So what is He gave us, as He gave us this family? It is actually those children, the wife and the kids and the parents, they are His sons, His daughters. They are not mine. They are His sons and His daughters. Now it is my duty and responsibility that they should also come to Krishna consciousness diligently. Because through that service, not just we are kept in the internal energy, they are also brought to the internal energy. Oh, it is only through that we will get that conviction. Then that prescribed duty will become the real duty. Because now you are not just doing a karma. Because, for example, if you are not giving a result to Krishna, it is just karma. It is a baggage. If the results are not given to the Lord, it is a baggage which we have. But when the results are given to the Lord, then it becomes what? Yoga. Because you're doing an action that becomes a karma yoga. What is the action? Prescribed duties. That prescribed duty of what? Taking care of the family. Is that not prescribed duty? It is prescribed duty. That is also service. I remember my spiritual master when my daughter was born, when I went to India, he said, don't stay here, stay with your family for the 2 months and then see that your wife is properly taken care. Serve her diligently because she requires your help. That's what he told. Now that is also service. Because it is being given as an instruction to me by my spiritual master. And when I begin doing that, I got a lot of realizations through that. A lot of conviction. I could understand how this world is created more. I could understand because it is only through their instruction we will get a deeper conviction in the process. Because then that becomes a responsibility. Then we take care of them. Then through the taking care, what happens? The relationship is enhanced more. They will also take up to the process more diligently. If I simply sit and chant Hare Krishna and they're not helping anyone, and what is it? What is it showing and proving? That we want to do only what we want to do. We don't want to do, or we don't want to help others. I forget about helping others. We cannot go away from our relationships also, our family bonding. Because that relationship, if our family relationship is there through the relationship of Krishna, then that is true relationship. That means any relationship in this world should be on a platform of selflessness. It cannot be on a platform of selfishness. Selfishness doesn't bring us to the platform of yoga. Only selflessness will bring to the platform of yoga. Now you're doing an action, then it becomes a karma yoga. Otherwise, it becomes karma bandhana. It will bind us. Through that karma bandhana, what happens? Fear will never go. Never ever go. It will always stay there. Because when fear is there, surrender will never come. Because we will always think, "Arey, kya hoga mujhe? What will happen to me if I do this service, or what will happen to that?" Because there is no base, there is no establishment. We don't understand that the process of surrender will just not happen like that. If you see, Arjuna has a deep relationship with the Lord, then only surrender came. So likewise, if you establish deep relationship with our spiritual master, with Srila Prabhupada, then that surrender will come. Then the prescribed duties will be actually the real duties. Because now we are speaking on a reality platform. Because that is our real goal in our life. Hare Krishna. Am I making sense from? Hare Krishna, I cannot hear what you're speaking.
Krishna, can you hear me? Hare
Yes.
Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji. So, yes, Prabhuji. So, as a duty, we do it for the pleasure of the Lord.
Yes.
But again, to take care of the family, sometimes we have like we are doing certain other things to take care of the family, like going to the job and all that. And then when there is uncertainty that, oh, you may lose your job,
Correct.
then you cannot do your duty. So wouldn't there be a little bit of fear? Oh, I'm not be able to do my duty if I lose my job. Or what is the mentality we need to have in that situation?
Actually, we have this uncertainty always. The uncertainty in one's life is always there. I'll tell another uncertainty is death. Do we know when death is awaiting us? We don't know. It's uncertain. We have no idea when death will come to us. But we are just leading our life. That is the greatest uncertainty. Health issue, that's an uncertain thing. It can happen anytime. Or family issue, that's also uncertain. It can happen anytime. Anytime the relationship can dwindle. Because there's no this or that thing. But this will always stay like that. It's always uncertainty. Job, it's also uncertain. So there are so many uncertainties in this world. They are all teaching us again. Doesn't matter. Their uncertainties doesn't matter. Just focus on what we need to do. Just we need to focus on our prescribed duties. Just we need to do our duties diligently. Work nicely. See that the job is being taken care. Take care of the family nicely. See that they are happy. Chant Hare Krishna. And then do all of these things for the pleasure of the Lord. And always try to think about Him. My dear Lord, there are so many uncertainties in my life. Please let me I want to take shelter. Because I know only you can pacify. No one else can pacify. Only you can pacify. Our acharyas can pacify through their words, through their life. Sadhu Sangha can pacify. My dear Lord, please allow me to stay. Please allow me to understand more. Please allow me to know you more. And then what are we trying to do through these uncertainties? We are using these uncertainties to go closer to the Lord. Actually, these uncertainties do help us. Not that these uncertainties pull us away from the process. Because we use these uncertainties to go in front of the Lord. My dear Lord, please help me. Please protect. Lord Nrsimhadev, please help. Bahira Narshima, Hridaya Narshima. There are so many things internally in the heart, and so many things externally outside, which is causing me problems. You please protect me. Just like the devotees at Mayapur, they had that issue, the robberies. People were trying to rob this Mayapur temple. And then what devotees did? They remembered what Srila Prabhupada has told them. And then they installed Nrsimhadev. And they didn't had any calamities. So it works. All we need to do is we need to take shelter. And also we need to develop I personally experienced that the more I take shelter of my spiritual master, my Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru, Srila Prabhupada, the more I take their shelter, the more I develop relationship with them, all these uncertainties will have a solution for that. We will get solutions for all the uncertainties of our life. For example, if I quit the job in 6 months, how do I maintain my family? That's an uncertainty. Now, to avoid that uncertainty, we will have a plan that this is what I will do, this is what I would do, right? You have a plan. Because who is giving that intelligence? The Lord is giving that intelligence. For example, that plan might go or might not go according to our desire. Because that plan is in the hands of Krishna. Because I might have a plan. That plan is in the hands of the Lord. Right? So that can go according to His will, or that cannot. Even if it is not going according to the plan, still I need to have another plan. Of what? Of submitting oneself to the Lord. That means even if that is not working, still I need to have the plan for that. And if I do not have this desire, and I pray to the Lord for this desire, my dear Lord, please. There's so many things going on. Please give me right attitude and right consciousness. I do not have that desire to do pure devotion, but still, please help me, because this is what I am targeting. And then it will make sense. Then those uncertainties will become an embellishment in your life. Add few uncertainties. Things did not go in the way as I supposed to. But even that uncertainty gave a greatest blessing to come to go deeper into the science of Krishna consciousness. Definitely uncertainties will come. Just like Pandavas, don't you think that Pandavas have a lot of uncertainties? Yes, they have. We will also have uncertainties. Not like Pandavas, we will have small. But we need to understand all these uncertainties, they are there for me to take the real shelter of the Lord and the spiritual master. Don't worry, Prabhu. These uncertainties will happen in this world, because that is the nature of this world. We should simply take shelter of the Vaishnavas of the Lord and then move forward. They are there. Vaishnavas will protect us. Our Shiksha Guru, our Diksha Guru, they will protect us. They will guide us correctly through those calamities or uncertainties. They are there for us. Don't worry. They are there. My spiritual master, I remember he telling me, I am there for you. Don't worry. I'll take care. That's it. Just that one word is enough. I remember, because through that what happens is, that relationship will be deepened actually. Don't worry, I'll pray for you. Don't worry. They'll tell, don't worry, I'll pray for you. I'm there for you. Because they are there, they came here to help us, to guide us. Oh, this is a real shelter. Where do we go? This is our shelter. Just like a child, he always knows father is the go-to person for him. Any problem, he goes to the father immediately. Any problem, we should come to the Vaishnava. That's the reason why I always tell, develop good relationships, develop deep relationships. Take guidance, take shelter, more and more, more and more. Cultivate that relationship. Then it makes sense. I remember one time my Shiksha Guru was telling, he told, okay, Krishna will take care. Through how Krishna will take care? He will take care through a Vaishnava. Yes, Krishna will take care. How? Through Vaishnava. It's very practical. It's not something from the blue. Krishna, you'll see blue form coming from the sky, and then he will shake your hand, just like Brahmaji. He shook hands to Brahmaji. He'll shake our hands. No, it's not like that. It is this way. It is through the Vaishnava. It is through the spiritual master they will take care of us. Hare Krishna. Is that okay, bro? Cannot hear again. Cannot hear again.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
now. Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Very nice to hear this, because we have to hear again and again. Otherwise, we always, get anxiety on something or the other.
The mind has
So
to give
really,
this. We should give our mind this every day. That's why we hear. That's why we discuss every day. Every day we discuss because it's important. Because mind has to be trained to that consciousness. It has to be kept in that internal energy. We do not have the desire, but at least when we stay in association forcefully, the mind will be kept in that state. Initially, it looks little impractical, but the more we do, it becomes natural.
Yes, Prabhuji. I have one more question, but because let's allow other devotees to ask, and if there's time, I'll ask you, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Right. Anyone else? Gita Mataji or other devotees?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you for this very, very, class, how to connect the dots. Basically, like bring in Karam Yoga, connect the, serving the family, serving the Lord. We forget, in between. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And the only problem I have is I don't have a Shiksha Guru, but one have to know. Yeah. How
Hare
to,
Krishna.
anyway, we'll talk about, I'll talk. Huh?
Yeah. Please tell.
Yeah, so maybe deepening relationships with the Vaishnavas to start with, and then, for a Shiksha Guru.
Yes. We should aspire for that.
Yes, I will pray to
We
the
should
Lord.
aspire
Thank you,
for that. Yeah,
Prabhuji.
we should
Hare Krishna.
aspire for that. We should strive to hear from that personalities every day. We should have one person in our life actually, where we can hear, where we can go to him if there is a problem, if there is an issue, if there is a concern. Develop. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you. Anyone else would like to add anything? Any comments?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Amma, yes, Chapan.
Dhanavad Prabhuji. I do Shikila Prabhuji. No question, Prabhuji, just a kind of realization or takeaway to your explanation earlier. The fear and anger are due to attachments. And anger comes in if our attachment, if we want more from the attachment. And fear if we have a feeling that we are getting lost with that attachment, if it is getting lost. So yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. So attachment is a key, and then the mind, training the mind to we all strive for getting attached to something. If it is material, obviously these two, fear and anger, would be there. But the only way to get rid of the fear and anger is to get attached to Krishna, to Shravana and Smarana, as you mentioned. So always think about the God, Lord. Also in anything that we do, we have to always think whether I'm getting attached to Krishna or the material nature, or is it only for me? That way, in everything, we can avoid the fear. Krishna will with his mercy, will make sure the fear or the anger will not be coming in our way, in the mind, through the thoughts. So this is my understanding. Would you please correct?
Definitely, we should always aspire to that consciousness. We should always be in the association. We should always hear. Daily basis we should meditate. We should do this diligently. Oh, mind is very, very tough actually. It will convince us that we are pure devotees. It will convince actually. Why people will find faults in others? Because they are convinced they are pure. They want to put others down. Mind will convince in so many ways. Because if Shravana is not there in our life, mind will take us in a ride. Up and down, so many ways. It's all in the consciousness. Everything is in the. We are not just this body, this lump of this body. No, it's consciousness. Everything is in that consciousness only. Why Krishna is telling Bhavagrai Janardana? This is the reason. He tells, my asakta manapartha. You cultivate asakti on me. That is the beginning of devotion. Asakti, we should do everything for his pleasure. We should get up in the morning for his pleasure. We should take bath for his pleasure. We should chant our runs for his pleasure. We should eat Krishna Prasad for his pleasure. We should prepare Bhoga for. We should take care of our kids for his pleasure. We should do all our prescriptivities for his pleasure. Just like Arjuna did. Everything for the pleasure of Krishna. We should do everything for the pleasure of Krishna and our acharyas and our spiritual master. They should be our life and soul. This we need to aspire. This is the real prescriptivity. This is the only way we can follow these principles. No, otherwise, impossible. We cannot possible. We cannot, dear devotees, we cannot follow these instructions through jnana. No, it is only through devotion. And that devotion comes through relationship. We should have that. Relationship it's everything actually. You see, in the spiritual world, don't they have relationships? They have. Everything is relationships. Everything is in this. And Prabhupada, he gave his entire life for the pleasure of his spiritual master, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He has deep relationship with him. He always says, it's all because of my Guru Maharaj, they're all coming. It's all because of my Gurudev, they're all doing this. Yeah, he's telling, that's what he's telling, right? One who takes shelter of the Supreme Lord has nothing to fear. That is his heart actually, because he's taking shelter. That is Srila Prabhupada's heart. When we see these personalities, they have this much heart, then this inebrities or calamities or insecurities, they have no place in our heart. When our heart is filled with our acharyas, that is relationship. Actually, for the entire eternity, we can discuss about our acharyas and Krishna. Still, it will be less. Ananta says, Balramji is continuously glorifying the pastimes of the Lord, continuously glorifying the Lord. Still, he has 1,000 heads. He is glorifying continuously, but still he says, no, I did not glorify anything. Somehow, somewhere it is lacking. I should glorify more. So that is relationship. When you love somebody, you cannot avoid that person in your life. We cannot avoid. Do we avoid our children? No, we cannot. We always remember them. Hare Krishna. Stop here. If I continue, then it will go like this. Hare Krishna. Anyone else would like to add anything? Or else we'll quickly wind off this. It's already 8.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much for this nectarian class. And as always, at back-to-back classes, you always give. So thank you so much. And explaining so nicely the process and how should we have conviction towards Krishna. Because sometimes uh, like our friends or they follow for Krishna conscious from long time, like they don't eat meat or they only eat garlic, like four-legged principles. But still they are not chanting in 16 round, and then they say, "Oh, the things are not happening." Or how though I'm chanting from like so I'm in this moment from long time. So how should we encourage them to be more convicted and more have faith?
They should have association of a Vaishnava.
Yes, Prabhu.
They should have a person in their life who is continuously telling them, no, this is right, this is right, this is wrong. They should have that person in their life. They should have a relationship established. If that is established, then they will be then they will be then they will success then they will be successful in their life, because they are seeing a person now who is doing it diligently, who is helping them diligently, who is guiding them, who is training them, who is giving them all the aspirations. Then they will see, then they will follow him, and then they will go forward. One time a devotee was asking my Shiksha Guru this question: how do I get convinced? Are you just see me, just understand, follow me, and then go forward. You'll be convinced. It's a very simple science. Just we need to aspire more and more. So as a sadhaka should always try to get good association. And then through that good association only he will improve his consciousness. Otherwise, without association, nothing will happen. Bharat Maharaj, he gave up everything. He didn't had association. He had to take the life of a deer. What to speak of a person who is in the bhava stage? We are still in anartha nivritti. How can we come to the pure state without association? It's not possible. So that we need to convince. So we need to bring them to the association slowly but steadily. Give your relationship. Speak nicely to them. Give some love. Give some prasad regularly. Ask them to develop some relationship. Ask him to come here. And slowly, they will also be connected. They will also chant diligently and move forward. But one thing is for sure, having good association in one's life is the greatest thing. You should have a Vaishnava in one's life. Otherwise, things will not manifest. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Is that okay, Amma?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Thank you.
wonderful
Hope you are
answer.
doing good. Hope your health is good.
Yes,
Hare
Prabhuji, thank you. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranam.
Thank
So
you.
let's represent to all the Vaishnavas. Vancha Rupaturvashya Krupa Sindhu Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Anant Koti Vaishnavanda ki jai Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki jai Shri Prabhupada ki jai
Jai,
Bhagavad Gita ki jai Bhagavatam ki
Jai,
His Great
Jai,
Srila Govinda Das Prabhu ki jai. Thank you
Shri
so much,
Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Prabhupada. All good for somebody devotees. Hare Krishna.